most things you're going to learn in life is basically other lessons to teach you how to be tribal or how to benefit by being tribal, by behaving tribal, right? And that's basically really bad. That's basically 99% of the things other people try to teach you, or 99% of the things that you're going to learn from studying business or from studying any other self-help type of deal, right? The reality is that you have to go against all of that if you want to become successful. If you want to get ahead of everybody else, the first thing that you have to do is to put aside tribal behavior. The idea that it's a person, it's not the equation, it's the person. That's stupid. Because think about it. Every single movie is basically trying to teach you that what you feel about a person is accurate. And the reason they try to reward you for that is to be able to get you engaged into the characters they're building. To be honest to you, no character is as black and white as you see in movies. No character is as black and white as you learn in the school, as you learn from anybody, as you see anywhere other than the reality. In reality, most people are the same. Most people are the same. And unfortunately, if you want to become successful, you have to be something that other people aren't. One of the biggest problems is that everybody, when you want to grow up and walk into the society and become part of the economy and contribute and basically, what's the word for it? Participate in the economy and in the society. One of the biggest problems is that everybody will try to teach you that one of the best skills you could ever learn is sales, and that cannot be more wrong, because it is already a lot wrong, right? Selling is not a skill. It's not a skill that's going to help you, at least, right? And you may try to make the argument and say, well, if you take it to extreme, well, the reality is that if you take anything to extreme, you could change its purpose. You could use it for something that it doesn't do by default, right? Sales is the same thing, right? Sales basically teaches you to prostitute yourself. That's all it is. Because a better skill than sales is to learn how to build products that sell itself. Instead of you selling them, you need to build products that sell itself. You don't need a salesman, right? That's the best skill you could ever learn in the world. Especially when it comes to software. If you're a software developer, or if you're also tools, right? If you're building physical tools, physical machines, guess what? Build a machine that nobody else could build that solves a lot of problems. Then you don't need a sales force. You could literally get a bunch of sales guys off the Craigslist and show them why my machine is different, why my machine is better, and I'll sell it for you. You don't need sales as a skill. Sales is only going to help you to win over tribal people temporarily, not permanently, but temporarily. That's the skill you're going to learn. And the reason people are going to teach you sales is because most rich people are also tribal people, right? But that's, and of course, with good enough sales skill, like extreme enough sales skills, you could kind of convince some rich people to believe in your bullshit. That's a reality. But the problem is that even if you're able to somehow get to extreme levels of the sales skill, as a skill, right? And convince some rich people to believe in your bullshit, eventually they're gonna smell your bullshit, or you're gonna run out of bullshit. Even if you don't, guess what? Your next generation won't be able to do it. Right? So you're building your entire foundation on lousy grounds, on shaky rocks. And that's why whatever you build on top of it, no matter how long it lasts, at some point it's going to crumble. The best skill you could learn in life is to learn, first of all, how to build products, how to offer services and products that even if the other person hates your guts, they still love the product. That's the best skill you could ever develop. The best skill you could develop, it's that. It's basically building products, building services that even if the other person knows that you made it, that you're benefiting from it, and the other person hates your guts, they still will purchase it from you. That's the best sales skill you could ever have. Sorry, I have to scratch my leg. Mosquitoes here. Yeah, that's the best skill you could ever have, is to basically learn how to, first of all, how to engage in parts of the market that tribal instincts, behaving tribal, goes into your behaving tribal goes against your interest. I give you an example. The stock market. The stock market is a really good example of that. Specifically derivatives, options, and futures, right? But let's talk about options market, because that's my specialty, right? Options market, the good thing about options market is that even if the person that buys that option from me, or even if the person that sells me whatever contract I'm purchasing, even if they hate my guts with their whole heart, they cannot do anything about it. I could be in any other industry, right? I could be in, I don't know, whatever you call it, right? Luxury watches, right? I could be a jewelry person, right? A jewelry trader, whatever. I could own one of the biggest dealerships in the world, right? But if I don't win over the people around me and the people that I do business with, if I don't win over their tribal instincts, I'm going to go bankrupt. Any other business, almost every other business. But one thing about options market is that even if the person that's trading with me, that's purchasing my stuff or selling me my stuff that I'm buying from them, right? Even if they hate my guts, they have to act to their own best interest. And the moment they try to act against their interest with the goal of also going against my interest, guess what happens? Big institutions, banks, their own bank steps in and takes a shit ton of advantage from them. So their own bank basically becomes my bodyguard if they try to harm me. But in any other industry, as a small guy, if I go into any other industry, if a big player wants to fuck with me, they absolutely can. In options market, it's not like that. No matter what they do, no matter what a big player does, they cannot fuck with me. They can't. Because if they decide to fuck with me, guess what? Their own bank turns against them. And once they're past that, my bank turns against them. And once they're past that, the entire market turns against them. No other industry is like that. Of course, you could find traces of the same characteristic in many other industries, but no industry is 100% like that. For example, I give you an example, like becoming a doctor. If you're a brain surgeon, you don't even have to see your patients when they're awake. You don't have to see them when they're awake. They don't even have to know that you're their doctor. Literally. I had brain surgery before, and I had spine surgery. Neurosurgeons, right? Neurosurgeons for both for brain and a spine. Guess what? I don't remember talking to the doctor at all. Maybe the doctor came and examined me, but I didn't even know that's the main doctor. Most of the time they sent their residents or their, I don't know, whoever, one of their staff to examine me, right? But let's say, even, I think one time one of the doctors came in person to examine me before the surgery. Guess what? I didn't even know he was a doctor. He just came in and he said, hey, he asked a bunch of questions and he did his thing, evaluations, whatever, right? And then he left. That's the end of that story. So if you become a doctor, if you become a neurosurgeon, even if the person that is your customer hates your guts, there's a limit of how much they can fuck with you. Of course, if you do your job badly, of course, they could fuck with you. But if you do a good job, they cannot fuck with you just because they don't like you. And that's the best skill you could learn in the world. It's not sales. Sales is one of the most primitive, basic, worthless skills. That's going to get you nowhere. And you might say, well, there are a lot of people who became successful through sales. No, there are not. Because most people, after they become successful, now they like to pretend to be a good salesperson. Second of all, yeah, is it possible that somebody is really good at sales but also became super rich? Yeah, it's possible. Of course, you have a percentage of people that are like that, but it's very, very small compared to people who have the real skills. And the real skills you could have is to basically build a product and offer a service and offer a product that even if the other person hates your guts, cannot fuck with you. Basically, become unfuckwittable. Become unfuckwittable. That's what you need to be. That's the best skill you could learn in life. You don't have to make big trades. You don't have to make big deals. Make one small tiny deal, but make sure nobody can fuck with you. And that's the key to success. One small tiny deal. Like recently, you see, like I lost a lot of money, so I don't have a lot of money. So I'm just trading with a very tiny small account. But the way I'm trading, nobody can fuck with me. And I'm fucking happy. I sleep like a baby at night. Because even if I lose everything, it's like, how much is everything? Like $4,000? Fuck it. Probably by the end of next month, I'm going to have double that in cash on the side. And I'm probably never ever going to put more cash into this trading business. Because, hey, if trading is good, the current position, I think, it needs to become profitable. It needs to grow enough to basically guarantee early retirement and basically success for me. If it can't, that means there's something wrong with my strategy. That means I'm fuckwittable, right? There's a difference between being fuckwittable and unfuckwittable. So the best skill you could ever learn in this life is to learn how to become unfuckwittable. That's it, unfuckwittable. Learn it. That's the best skill you could have. It's not sales, it's not mathematics, it's not this, it's not that. These are all means, right? Maybe some sales skills. Well, I mean, what's the definition of being good at sales? Is to get yourself to a point where you're unfuckwittable. What's the definition of being really good at mathematics when it comes to finance? Same. Get yourself to a position where you're unfuckwittable. So make your products unfuckwittable. Make yourself unfuckwittable. Make your deals. Make your trades. Every single trade needs to be unfuckwittable. And that's the best advice anybody could ever give you. If you start early, 23, 24, even 28, oh yeah, you're gonna have a great life. If you just do one small unfuckwittable thing every week, you don't even have to do it every day, every week. One small, pretty safe, doesn't have to be 100% safe, pretty safe trade every week. That's going to save your life forever. And that's what I'm demonstrating here, right? Of course, yeah, last month I did a lot of gambling, lost about $40,000-$50,000, but this is not the first time I'm losing that much money. However, it's going to be the last time. It's going to be the last time because I've seen what works and I've seen what doesn't work. And this works. What I'm doing currently, it works. I've tested it over 10, 12, 13 years. I don't know how long I've been in trading it. Honestly, moving forward, I don't even want to count the years that I've been trading options. I started around 2014, so go on figure, right? It's 12, and I don't even think 12 is a big number because I have a lot of computer programming skills, right? Computer programming experience. I've been programming computers since I was like 8 years old. So that would be like 24 years experience of programming at the age of 32. So at the age of 32, I have 24 years of experience of programming computers. That's a lot of experience. So for that reason, my 12 or 13 years of trading experience to myself is not that big, but I've learned what works. And I'm gonna keep doing it, and I'm gonna get rich off of it. I'm not gonna count. I'm gonna focus on one trade at a time. As long as I'm making 4, 5, 6, 10 times my money, I'm good. I'm happy. Let's go, baby. Think about it. If I have like, I don't know, $4,000 times 4, that's $16,000. Minus the original 4, that's $12,000. That's like $1,000 extra every single month that I could make. $1,000 extra every single month. And now think about it. It compounds. But let's say if it doesn't compound. $1,000 extra every month. That means my phone bill is covered. My subscriptions are covered. My gas money is covered. Now imagine if from the moment you engage in the economy, let's say, I don't know, whatever age it's like when you get your first job, right? 16, 17, 18 years old, right? From that moment, you until the rest of your life, imagine if your phone bill is always paid for and your gas money is always paid for and basic food is always covered. How far ahead can you go? A lot. Same deal as what I'm doing. Yeah, $1,000 a month is not a lot, but that's currently around what I'm making. That's currently around what I'm making, about $1,000 a month. And probably from next 2 or 3 months, it's gonna grow to $2 or $3 and $4,000 a month. And that's gonna be the money I'm gonna be trading for probably the rest of my life. And it's gonna grow only from there. Imagine if by the end of this year I have $20,000 trading, and I could make that 4 times. Like, let's say if I could make 400% profit a year, right? So if I could turn it to 5x, 400% profit every year. That 400% is like, for $20,000, that's $80,000. That's like free salary. Free salary. You don't have to. Then I don't have to work at all. It's a shortcut to life, right? And that's what I'm doing for me. I don't recommend you to follow my footsteps because it may not work for you. In fact, it's most likely it's not going to work out for you. But I'm documenting everything I'm doing. I'm documenting everything I'm doing because it helps me to stay disciplined. Not for you, for me. Because I'm sick and tired of trying to help other people. Sick and tired of trying to prove things. I don't want to prove shit. I want to make my life work for me. And if I do that, I'm an artist. If I do that, I've accomplished something. Alright guys, talk to you later. It's almost 22 minutes. And yeah, a couple of words of, I will call it advice or whatever, right? I'll try to record YouTube videos more often and talk more about real deep stuff that makes me a better trader than everybody else.